What's up, everybody? Are you going to start the show?
It was such like an anticlimactic start.
That was the most anticlimactic start again. Seriously, start over. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bananas Unpeeled. This is episode 6. Episode number 6. Thank you for everyone who's watched episodes 1 through 5 on YouTube, listened on the podcast. We are having tons of fun. This is the podcast, this is the show where we go behind the scenes, totally in the minds of what is going on in the Savannah Bananas. What is the craziness? What are the stories that we've always told that you've never heard before? What questions do you want answered that we can bring to the table here? And we've got a really, really special episode today. This is our first episode where we are now bringing on guests. We're bringing on characters today. And we're going to talk about all the characters that we've had and the ones that we're going to have. And we are going to interview one of the legendary characters of the Savannah Bananas. I am stoked for episode 6.
Yes, most shows, they interview the players. They interview the coaches. We're bringing on the characters. And this first guest we're having is the one and only Nana Karen from the Banana Nanas. She's crazy. She's amazing. And I think it's going to be a wild show.
Yes, so Nana Karen's going to be on today. That's going to be a fun episode. That's going to be a fun interview. We're going to ask her ridiculous questions. We're going to ask maybe some awkward questions. It is going to get super weird. And again, this is not a show where we talk about the baseball, the stats. We talk about ruining baseball. We talk about changing baseball. We are going behind the scenes, and you're going to hear from one of the original characters, Nana Karen of the Banana Nanas.
And first, I want to thank, because of you and giving out my cell phone on every show, I'm getting the calls. I'm getting the text messages. I hear you guys, and I appreciate the support, and I appreciate them actually reaching out to me and not going to any of your office hours.
Yes.
Not once yet.
Yeah, so we had a great email from Kyle Anderson, huge Bananas fan, up in Canada, up in British Columbia, the Prince George area. And Kyle wrote in and said, "Hey guys, I'm looking to order a Bananas mystery box and get it shipped to Prince George, BC, Canada. Hoping someone can help me out. Or maybe I'll just text Jesse when Jared gives up his phone number, again, on Bananas Unpeeled." And if you guys have not listened before, we always give out Jesse's phone number. It's 781-424-2499. Kyle, text us, call us. We will get that mystery box shipped to you ASAP. Jesse will see to it. If anyone would like to come see me, which nobody does, you can come on Tuesday mornings, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, specifically 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Every Tuesday morning, I'm always there. No one else is there.
And by the way, I'll give a shout out to the mystery box, which we actually sent out. You never know what you're going to get in the mystery box. We've sent out shoes, dirt from Grayson Stadium, underwear, jock straps, and then there's also Bananas gear. But it's a mystery box, and I appreciate going to Canada. We're going to get it to you, my man.
All right, so let's get into the characters. This show is brought to you by Johnny's Chicken and Waffles. Use the promo code BANANAS for 10% off. Johnny's Chicken and Waffles, proud sponsor. Thank you for doing that. We are talking about characters. In minor league baseball and in sports, there has been a long history of traveling acts and circus-type antics and, showmanship. And we've brought some of those things up. We brought up the Bill Vex, and we brought up the P.T. Barnums and the circus-like things. But what we're trying to do here is say that when you show up every single night, you are going to be able to resonate with the people and the characters and the things that are happening here. And so we're trying to build these really season-long and even multi-season-long storylines that people can come to the ballpark and they're like, when you go, you've got to see this person. They're getting autographs from our characters. They're taking pictures with our characters. Again, you're going to hear from Nana Karen today, who is a 3-year veteran, going to be in their 4th season as a prime character of the Savannah Bananas. Talk to people a little bit about the transition from just overall entertainment to starting to build storylines and building people as characters.
Well, you mentioned Bill Veck, and he started kind of bringing in the acts. And Max Patkin, the clown prince of baseball, who was the first base coach that would do crazy signals, he didn't dance, but he did some crazy things. He was always putting on a show. It started there. And now in minor league baseball, you've got Myron Noodleman, you got the breakdancing Bat Boy, you got the Superstars. There's tons of these great acts, and not taking anything away from the acts, but they become a one-off. And they show up once at the ballpark, maybe twice a year, and fans get excited for them. Yeah. But we said, well, that's a lot of work for just one game.
Yeah.
So how do we start building it? And that's really where think about most teams, they have a mascot.
Yeah.
And obviously we have Split, our mascot. We want to make sure that he can dance. We give him plenty of dance lessons so he can dance. But you got to create more than that. So then our first year, when we brought in the Bananas, we're like, all right, maybe this could start out, see what happens.
Right.
And as we'll interview Nana Karen, it turned into dance moves every night. They have their own section in the ballpark there every single night, and they've become a part of the lore of Grayson Stadium.
Yeah.
And so now we got to continue it. And I think what's been crazy, Jared, is that we have ideas. Obviously, the Bananas, the Banana Pep Band, and creating characters there, and Darius, the breakdancing first base coach.
Right.
But a lot of them just kind of have happened.
Right.
Like the Banana Beard.
Right. Yeah. So what I think what we want to draw the difference is that this is not a one-off thing. Character building is not a one-off thing. It is a long-term process, and then fans start resonating with these things. And you go back to like what WWE started building, and they wanted their fans to resonate with each character and say, you know what, I identify with that person. I want to go to a game and see that person and know that they're me. Yeah. That's me on the field. I'm being entertained by this, but I'm also like feeling like I'm a part of that person. And so, WWE kind of laid that groundwork of the storylines and the brand building, and there's, kind of the villains, and there's the antagonists and the I mean, they're literally building this crafted story like it's theatrical performance. And that's what, on Bing Russell from Battered Bastards Baseball, he said, I just see this as a theatrical performance, and I'm just bringing together characters 100%. And making them play their role. And I think that's a really, really beautiful thing. And then you have Banana Beard, who shows up like randomly at the playoff games in the very first season. And it's like now fans are wanting to dress up as their own characters and be a part of the show.
Yes. And it's interesting. I think you're going back. It started with like, you hope that players can become characters, but it doesn't really happen. Yeah. The days of the Mark the Bird Fidrich and people talking to the ball are kind of long gone in baseball. So you have to kind of sort of create them. But sometimes, like you said, these fans become their own characters. Yeah. And Banana Beard, I'll never forget, he showed up that first playoff game, and he's got a giant beard, but he shaped it exactly like a banana.
As a banana.
And painted it yellow.
Yes.
It takes hours to get it ready, and he became this legend. I think he took more pictures than I've taken in like a whole season that first night.
Oh yeah, I don't know if people like thought he was a player or what it was, but like he has this full beard, and it's outstanding. And I hope we can show this to people on what it looks like, because it is literally an hour and a half that he has to put this thing together. And even the news started covering him like he was a part of the team.
They did a story on him.
They did a full story on him. Like he got off work early. He calls in sick. I don't know what he does. Goes home. Hour and a half, all this product, builds this banana thing, and he comes to the game, and now people know him as a character inside the ballpark.
He's solely known as Banana Beard. And again, that's like, that came out of nothing. Like it was a fan. And then it keeps happening. Who are these characters that are created? Remember first year Catfish.
Yes.
Catfish, who's a legendary fan here, and just showed up to games, and then he all of a sudden became a diehard fan, wearing all the gear, and then decided he was one of the ones going to go all the way to watch us in the championship.
Right.
Drove 8 hours, tailgated as we talked about, and then a few days later showed us this tattoo of our logo on his arm. He goes, "I'm diehard."
Yeah.
And again, he became a character. It's like it just keeps happening. And when you develop those, people look forward to seeing different things at the ballpark every night. It's not just the players; it's those people that are in the stadium.
Yes, and it's not just us putting on a show for people. Now it's this involvement. Like when the Bananas come off the field and they're sitting in the stands, now people feel like they're a part of this. It's not just that they're putting on a performance and people are sitting back in their seats and watching. And that's the entertainment that we're trying to build here, is that these characters now are meeting with you, they're taking pictures with you, they're signing autographs, they're in the stands, you're talking to them. Like, it is not just a one-way experience. And so now, as we start thinking about trying to build some of these things into our show, what are some of the ideas let's talk about some of the things we've done in the past 1 to 2 years with Bat Boys and dancing ball boys and all those things. Like, let's talk a little bit about that and why we put those things in and where they come from and how they've either done well or not done well.
Yeah, well, I think this is twofold. I think for the people in the sports industry listening, is they need to think, how do we build characters? For the fans of the Bananas, it's like, well, what characters do you want to see? Or could you be your own character?
Yeah.
And so, I go back to the first year when we developed the Banana Boys.
Yes.
And, the Banana Boys were literally just our interns.
Yes.
Back then, Patrick Patrick and Barry. And the idea was they would be in banana costumes and learn a different choreographed dance every night. And in the middle of the game, they'd be dragging the field and start doing a dance. They loved it because when they would get off the field and go through the grandstand, again, they'd ham it up and they'd be like this, but they were getting huge ovations. The Banana Boys became a character. Now, for 2 years, they rocked that. This last year, they actually became like full-time real employees. So we lost the Banana Boys, but I did get this great idea from Will Swisher, our director of entertainment. Maybe the Banana Boys this year are actual boys. Maybe they're part of local dance groups. 8 years old, 6 years old. They're wearing small banana costumes and they do an awesome dance at second base. And maybe those become a new character. So,
that's cool.
So we're always thinking about those things. But, you mentioned some of the past. Obviously we thought with the Bat Boy, there's Bat Boys. Every team has a Bat Boy. And, sometimes they become characters. But we thought, why wouldn't your Bat Boy be dressed up like Batman?
Yes.
And so we found a great character, a young kid named Drew, and he was open to putting on the costume and literally put on the full Dark Knight Batman costume. And I'll never forget, remember the video we did one of the first nights when we had fireworks? Yes. And we had him go and stand at home plate like this. And literally as the fireworks are going off with him, the shadows of this...
The Dark Knight Rise.
Yeah, and then this 3'5", Batman as our Bat Boy. And every night when he runs and grabs the bats, people cheer because there's someone dressed up like Batman. Again, he's just a kid, but he becomes a character. And then obviously we tried something new last year with the Ball Boy too.
Yes, that was an interesting experience. So this idea originally, and this scared the absolute daylights out of me. The idea originally was Jesse and then Tyler. They wanted a small kid, like this kid's 7 or 8 years old, to sit outside the dugout every single game and dance and deliver the baseballs to the umpire every 3 or 4 pitches because umpires are running out of baseballs, they need more baseballs, and they want this 7 or 8 year old kid to go out there, do a dance while the game's going on and deliver baseballs. And I'm thinking, this kid is going to get hit by a bat or a baseball or something, and we are going to be the absolute media circus over here because we've allowed a kid to go onto the field and get crushed by a baseball. That was the most bizarre idea that I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's what I love about you because you always think safety. I think craziness. What would be bizarre?
Craziness would be a kid getting hit by a baseball.
That it would not be good. But the Ball Boy going to the umpire, doing literally the moonwalk, a Michael Jackson kick, flossing a little bit, then handing a baseball, the crowd would love that. Yes. So I still have that dream. We just need to figure out a safety. So we actually found a happy median, and before every game, he would deliver the baseballs to the umpire. Then for some reason, run out to the mound and start dancing on the mound. But when you're working with someone 7 or 8 years old, you really never know what you're going to get.
Yes. I don't think he had an actual understanding of time.
Not at all. Because some games, it'd be he's literally out there for 10 minutes. Yeah. Just dancing on the mound, and the fans are what is going on? And we're come on, Adrian, come on. And then sometimes he would just go and do a split on the mound and run off. And so every night it was we don't know what's going to happen. And Darius was working with him, Tyler was working with him, I was working with him. But again, it developed a character. Yes. We learned, and it's part of our whole concept. And for the business people that listen, the sports people, it's do and then learn. Yes. We had this idea. You kept us safe, Jared, which is good, and then we developed it and went from there.
My only real contribution to this was Darius' number is number 1, and we made a jersey for Adrian, the Ball Boy, with 1/2 as his number.
And the jersey was green as well because he wasn't quite right.
We gave him a custom jersey, pants, hat, and we gave him the half number. Adrian was really cool. It proves that if you can dance, you have a job here. Yes. For the most part, you have a job.
Or sing. And actually, we're going to start putting more singing into it, but definitely dance.
Speaking of singing, dancing, cheering, we had someone come in our office the other day.
Yes.
Who is the first person to do this so far. A walk-in audition to be the Bananas. To be a part of the Bananas.
It was legendary.
And we've talked about this in previous episodes. We want to bring a male cheerleading team. We're talking about characters right now. We want to bring a male cheerleading team. We want to give you guys an update that it is happening.
Not only is it happening, so he came in and started dancing. Nice beard. Jason's his name.
Yeah, Jason Moore.
Awesome. And he started dancing. He's, I'll do whatever. I just want to do this to embarrass my wife,
who is completely against this,
which is
by the way.
Perfect. And then the other day, he's not the only one. The other day, I'm speaking in Statesboro. I have 2 guys run up to me, sprint, and say, "We need to be in the Bananas." And they sent an email, and they even said, But Bananas head coach, question mark. This guy
Yes.
wants to be the head coach of the Bananas. It's going to take over Savannah and probably take over the world.
So we currently have 3 potential guys. Like, we had talked about having Bananas tryouts. I think we're going to be close to just having Bananas practice. Like, we're going to set the team. There's 6, 8, 10 Bananas.
No, so Jared, I think we definitely need auditions because I think if just these 3 have like sought us out, have come to our office, have danced, I think we need auditions, and I think we need like 50 to 100 of the most interesting men out there.
If you get 100 people to show up, that's aggressive.
If we get 100 people to show up, I mean, the Bananas are going to travel worldwide. We're going to get them going over. So, but again, this is part of our character. It started with the Banana Nanas and Karen, who we're going to talk to today. And now, like, these Bananas, they could be, like, literally celebrities next year.
And I think the beauty of this is we're not hiring professionals here.
No.
Like, these are just average run-of-the-mill folks that we say, hey, we want to do this. Would you be a part of it? And they reach out and they reach back out and they say, yeah, we're in.
Well, it's the thing of just going back to business. You hire your biggest fans. These guys are fans.
Yes.
They want to be a part of it. I mean, think back, to our Elvis fan.
Chuck Howard.
Yes.
Sorry, I was mid coffee there, which I know you don't drink coffee, so you had no idea what we're talking
coffee.
about.
Doesn't make sense.
Anyways, Chuck and Cindy Howard. Chuck has, I guess, full multiple Elvis costumes.
A love of Elvis.
They're season ticket holders in the box seats, section L or M. Kelsey knows where they're at. Chuck Howard shows up probably half the season wearing an Elvis costume. And again, he takes more pictures with people because they think he's a part of the show and he's just showing up to sit in the seats.
Like, he'll literally just stand up and just start waving at fans as Elvis, and it's just awesome.
Shark will give him shout outs.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Elvis.
Play a little Elvis music.
Elvis in the building tonight.
Elvis is here, and I think it's so great. And when you create something like we've been fortunate to be a part of, the fans just want to get involved.
Yes.
And so now it's like, all right, oh no, we'd love to be a Banana Nana. Oh yeah, oh we'll take 2 hours to get our beard ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll dress up as Elvis. Oh yeah, we want to dance as the male cheerleading team.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
And then so we had if anybody showed up to our Christmas party this past, in December, when else would you have a Christmas party? And we had a Christmas party.
We should mix it up.
Well, coming soon, we'll do some different things. We had a Christmas party around Christmas in December, and we had Santa and Mrs. Claus show up.
Yes.
And we started chatting with Santa Claus, and the conversation became, I want to come to all these games during the summertime, but then you met a different guy who was like, no, wait, I'm the real summer Santa.
Yes. So we had Santa.
Real Santa Claus, and we were talking to him.
And then another Santa.
Another Santa comes.
Like, kids, stop listening. All right. So we had another Santa show up, full beard. I mean, look like Santa. He goes,
A little bit skinnier.
A little bit, but
Which is typical for a summer Santa.
you got to be a little lighter. So he goes, I need to be your summer Santa. And I go, because I've been talking about this for a while. I think I referenced it. So somehow he heard me talking about it.
It was like Inception in the mind.
Yeah, he just knew it. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, you're speaking my language. And he goes,
I was sent.
He goes, I'm here to be your summer Santa. And he goes, I'm willing to come to every game. I will be Santa. I'll dress up. I can do an all yellow. Yeah. I can do a beach Santa gear, whatever you want. But I am Santa. And my dream is like a summer Santa. So I have no idea what that looks like. But I know we have someone that wants to be it.
I would love to write this press release that, Santa has, I mean, can you think about Savannah being this 13, 14 million tourist town, and we announce that Santa has chosen Savannah as his vacation destination for the summertime, and he's going to be at Grayson Stadium, all summer long, taking pictures, granting wishes, giving out gifts, like naughty or nice, insane.
Santa's summer destination is Savannah, and he's coming to every Bananas game. Yeah. All right, just that press release. He'll be available. You can tell him what you want for Christmas early. Yeah. I mean, might as well go early with it and meet and do pictures with Santa. So you can also put us on that. We said we were going to have a Bananas team. We are going to have a summer Santa here at Grayson Stadium.
I want to dive into a couple quick ideas.
Yes.
One caveat today. We're going to bring up some of these crazy ideas with Nana Karen and see what her reaction is. I cannot wait for that. I'm going to do 2 ideas real quick. We got a couple more conversations we want to talk about, and then we're going to get into Nana Karen. All right. This idea is a terrible one because I'm going to move on from that one. All right. This one is bizarre. The question is, how do we get players to skydive into their positions? 9 players skydiving into their positions. That I am afraid of. No, I will not skydive ever. Kelsey thinks she wants to skydive. I'd never want to skydive. How are we going to get 9 players to skydive?
I am terrified of skydiving.
1,000%.
But the vision of 4,000 fans watching, batting first, coming from the sky, and coming down to second base, batting second, coming from the sky,
Waiting for them.
everyone's just looking up and they keep landing on their positions. There will be no more exciting entrance in all of sports. It'll be electric, and I'm telling you, at some point, we are going to do that. I have no idea on liabilities. If you're afraid of skydiving, you won't start that night. You're not going to play.
That's a good point.
All right? So we'll find people, that might not be the best team in the world, but they're willing to skydive.
I can picture all these coaches emailing in next year. Hey, we're looking to put our players, we got this really, and our first question, can they skydive?
Are they willing to skydive opening night? But hey, this is going to happen. Every year we do crazy entrances with our players. They've come on tricycles, they've come in SWAT trucks, they've come in, you name it.
Come to find out, our entire roster is West Point graduate, or West Point and the Air Force Academy.
Stunt performers.
Yeah. All we have is military personnel and stunt performers for our baseball team on opening night.
It'll be worth it for the show.
All right, last idea on this part. Having a grandstand umpire. You mean like umpires going in the grandstands for the game? Or like fans becoming umpires in the grandstand? I don't get this at all.
Yes, I get it completely. So the idea, just like developing characters, we have someone that becomes dressed up full umpire gear, ready to go, right behind home plate, like sitting on the front row of seats.
This has been done. I've seen it.
Who?
Toronto Blue Jays. Look it up.
All right.
Look it up. Toronto Blue Jays.
We might need to fact check that, but the reality is we'll fact check it. But
no original ideas here, folks.
No, the grandstand umpire, we get a character who goes all out, and it's literally, we give him a microphone too, or a megaphone, and he's calling, and so the other umpires don't know what to do, because this guy is calling the games. I'm telling you, there's probably someone out there that wants to be the grandstand umpire,
yeah,
but
they're already doing it. So
no one's doing this, all right? And then the reality is they are just diehard Bananas fans, so every call is for the Bananas.
I get
the
that.
whole game.
No, that's funny. But there are already umpires that dress up. They sit front row. Toronto Blue Jays. Look it up. Fact check that. All right, we're going to bring on Nana Karen. She's my Nana. She's your Nana. She's our Nana. She's everyone's Nana. She is the Banana Nana Queen. She is Nana Karen. We're going to bring her on as a guest. We're excited to have her, and we can't wait to listen to what she has to say about her experiences with the Savannah Bananas.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Here we go.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. Welcome.
How does it feel to be our first guest?
Well, I'm honored. I'm excited.
Seriously, there's moments in your life, you remember when you get married, your kids, your grandkids, special moments. But being the first guest on Bananas Unpeeled, that's as big as it gets.
Wow, it sure is.
Yeah, now you have no idea what you walked into.
Now I have no idea what I walked into.
This is a behind-the-scenes show. And so what we've been talking about today is characters, and the very first characters that came on with the Bananas were the Banana Nanas. And so I want to give people a little bit of an idea. What do you remember about hearing about this idea of a dance troupe coming to a baseball game? Like, give people a little bit of what you were thinking at that point when we started bringing up these ideas.
Well, the age group alone just made me think, what is this gonna be all about? Because you're so used to seeing the younger women.
Oh yeah.
But you're young at heart, though.
Always young at heart,
yes.
And always, entertaining as soon as you get out there. What did it feel like? Jesse showed me the video of what he wanted us to kind of replicate.
I don't even remember what video. It was probably just older women dancing.
On a basketball court at halftime, and I'm like, oh, we're much better than that in the back. And so we have proved to be much better than that.
So let's go back to, you had practice, you got ready for opening night. And I remember opening night that first year, it was pouring rain and the game got delayed. Yes. But we were saying hey, we need you guys to put on a show. And I remember you went on the field with the Banana Nanas. Yes. Well, the tarp was on the field and it was raining. Yeah. Tell us about that, because I remember the crowd going nuts.
Oh my gosh. And the girls are concerned about slipping in the mud, and I'm like, we can do this. Get your game face on. Let's entertain this crowd, and it just went off like a clock.
Do you remember some of the first songs that you were dancing to? Because again, to set the context, Banana Nanas, you guys aren't just doing slow, two-step. You guys are doing hip hop, popular songs. Can you remember some of this, or remember the first few songs that you guys did?
Well, we were doing songs. Uptown Funk.
Yes.
We were doing, I'm trying to think. what
Happy
else.
by Pharrell.
Oh, Happy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll never forget when, I think it was, you weren't here the day that they came over and we did kind of a first run through, and Daniel was on the field with them, and he gave me the CD and was like, they have all their songs cut up, they're ready to go, there's 5 tracks, play it, and then they'll be ready to go. And I was like, this is serious. This isn't just 5 people showing up, 5 or 6 people showing up and thinking, we're going to just put this together. Like, this is a serious act. This is a serious thing that they're putting on here. And I hit play, and they started dancing. I'm pretty sure I called you, and I was like, this is gold. Like, this is pure gold. The fans are going to love this. And they do. I mean, you guys have your own cheering section. You have your own seat. Like, talk about what it's like to come off the field and talk to the fans, high-five the flag, because this is all about our fans and the behind the scenes.
Well, it's all about us entertaining the fans.
Yeah.
And the fans do come first. And when they are waiting for us to come off the field and the roar, Nanas, and they're high-fiving us, it's just such a thrill.
Yeah.
Your heart is just smiling, with such a magnitude. Then we get the question, I want to be a Nana.
Yes.
How many times have you got asked that question?
Oh my gosh, I can't even count. how
Everyone
many
wants
times.
to be a Banana Nana.
The
The ladies
exclusive
want to
club.
be it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you heard this. We brought this up the other day, but a Banana Nana calendar next year. Thoughts? Like a calendar.
Oh.
I want to catch you off guard. This is
Yeah, it is off guard. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like with fun poses at the
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do have. Yeah, you could have group pictures. Yes, individual pictures.
Yeah. We just as a celebrity, I just want to throw you off a little bit there, but that's something we're thinking about.
A hoot.
All right.
What are your thoughts on, and we've kind of discussed this a little bit, but a male cheerleading team called the Bananas? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that could be a direct competitor to the Bananas?
No, I think it could be an addition.
They're just a number 2.
I think right.
Oh,
And
she's already. Oh, so you're calling the number
and
2.
a compliment.
Wow. We've already had a guy come in the office and say, I'm ready to be a part of the Bananas, and he's bearded gentleman, a little bit overweight perhaps.
Oh, that's not, he's shapely.
We think the Bananas could be a very interesting addition to the entertainment. I don't know what you guys think, and if you could maybe teach them some of the, fans first type moves, because it could be a really serious deal.
Okay, so we could show them how to dance. They need to be.
No. The worse they can dance, the better. See, here's the
Yeah.
deal. Like, you guys can
Gotcha.
actually
You wanna
dance,
be-
but what makes you guys great is that you're dancing to like hip hop, like edgy songs. I mean, last year you flossed.
I know.
Yes.
How about that?
That was serious.
And how did that feel?
Oh, it was so exciting. But I mean, the girls, some of them were so uncomfortable even learning it. I'm like, you can do this.
Yes.
And we practice it slow and slow.
And then
it
you
got
started doing it faster.
Exactly.
And so so this year bringing in the Bananas. I mean, there's going to be. I just want to make sure that you're not afraid of you have your territory. I mean, you guys, the Banana Nanas, you own the stadium. But now this man cheerleading team with pom poms and short shirts. It's going to get and hairy.
Beards.
It's going to get interesting. I just want to make sure there could be a good marriage between the two.
Yeah.
All right, you're a little.
I
How scared are you right now?
I'm not scared at all.
All right, good.
No, because I really liked it when you had the boy bananas.
Oh, the Banana Boys. Yes,
The
we were talking
banana
about that.
boys, right? I really, and the crowd loved that.
Yes,
You know,
we're bringing
so-
back more dancing. So what does the future look like for the Banana Nanas? Because you guys have taken it to another level. You've danced with people. You've got in the crowd. You get it going. What do you see? What would be the next level for Banana Nanas?
Oh well,
What could you see? Like, can you guys get even crazier? Are there more opportunities to like really bring it down?
The bananas maybe skydive in to the game.
No. I don't know, Jesse. I have never thought about that.
Yes. Well, we're gonna challenge because the Banana Nanas. I mean, people are expecting some big things this year.
I know we've gotten requests from people saying we want them to come to our events.
Oh,
How do we get
jeez.
in touch with them? And you guys already do
We've
your
done
own
that.
private events, but
Yes.
now
We've already been contacted. Tyler.
Yes,
gave
yes.
us
started setting
Yeah,
them up.
everyone's
the
reaching
leads.
out to the Banana
Right,
Nanas.
right.
What's been a memory that's kind of stood out for you? Something that you really had fun? Has there been something that you've loved or the group has loved together?
No, just being here.
Yes.
here
I know these
is
are tough
awesome.
questions. Like we threw you off with the Bananas.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I have 3 random questions.
Oh, good.
Would you ever run for president?
No,
Why not?
You're already on.
I'm not political.
Good. Second question. Do you consider yourself a nana to us?
Yes.
In what way?
In what way? Because I feel like I'm part of the whole scenario that takes place for the fans first.
I love that. Third question, do you think we could win a championship this next year?
Absolutely, we're going to go for it.
That's you, Tyler Gillum.
Absolutely.
If we competed the Banana Nanas against any other Nana group in the world, on any sport, would we win?
Yes. Absolutely. We're perfection. We're trying to be perfection out there.
You guys are perfection out there, and I'm thinking the actually, we're going off from here. Banana Nanas and more challenges. You guys dance. Could you be interested in any more challenges? I don't know. Can you guys, what other skills can the Nanas bring to the table?
Nanas versus another baseball team.
I don't know. A singing and eating, I don't know, a hula hooping contest. Banana Nana hula hooping contest.
Okay, I hear what you. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you in?
I'm in. And it has to be a weighted hula hoop.
Oh, weighted hula hoop. All right.
Makes sense.
Yes.
You heard it here first. We're going to have challenges this year. Banana Nanas take on the world. And they're going to collaborate with the new Bananas.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Your first collaboration.
Yes.
That
oh
would
my
be
gosh,
that would be an amazing music video.
Yes. Oh, Banana Nanas. You're interested in you've already been in a music video.
Oh yes, we have.
Yes. You're in the All-Star announcement.
Nanas, Bananas, collaboration, music video to announce this new season.
Yes.
Good luck.
Same song, Nana Bananas, Bananas.
Ooh. I could see almost like a Pitch Perfect type of thing where you guys go back and forth against each
Right?
other.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. The Bananas are going to be bringing some awkwardness to the table. All right. You will bring the perfection and the skill, but they're going to bring the awkwardness and uncomfortableness. I don't know who the fans are going to want.
That's amazing. Well, that's what we wanted to get. I hope people got a little bit of behind the scenes on, this has been a crazy experiment. Starting this, Banana Nanas dance troupe, year 1, then year 2, then year 3. Here we are, year 4. And Nana Karen is the ringleader, Queen Nana of the Banana Nanas. And you guys can see her this summer at the stadium. High five them. If you want to be a Banana Nana, you got to get on this huge waiting list, obviously.
Good luck.
But that's Bananas Unpeeled. Thank you guys for watching.
Yes. Nana Karen, this is the idea box. All right, we're going to get you involved in this. We actually pick out an idea and discuss whether we should do it or not.
Okay.
All right?
One idea.
Sounds good.
Hairiest man of Savannah contest on the field.
With a live waxing.
With a live waxing during the game.
Yes.
Should we do that?
Sure.
All right, I like that response, but here's the idea. Savannah is known for its hairiness. Like, there's a lot of hairy people in
Yes.
Savannah. I don't know if it's actually known for
I
it.
don't know how you know that.
Well, all right, Nana Karen, you've been to the games. There's a lot of beards out there. There's a
Yes.
lot of hairy people.
Yes.
And I think we should celebrate that and embrace it and have the hairiest man in Savannah contest, but then we'll have a live waxing during the game on the field. That's the idea.
That's bizarre.
Yes, it is. Want to pick another idea?
That's
No.
crazy.
That's the end of the show. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is Bananas Unpeeled. Jesse, myself, Nana Karen. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.